Hi, I'm Jenny and I'm a nurse at the Anticoagulant Clinic, and you're probably watching this video because you've been placed on warfarin medication. Warfarin slows down the clotting time of blood, and this helps stop blood clots from forming. Warfarin is given to people who have had a serious blood clot develop inside their body, as in a stroke, or when there is a risk of a blood clot forming. For example, in certain heart conditions like atrial fibrillation, valve replacements, or after hip replacement surgery, or some other types of surgery. There are a number of important things to be aware of when you are on warfarin. Now let's hear about it from two people with first-hand experience.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Mike. A month ago, my bike was attacked by a savage sheep and I hit the road flying. Broke both my legs in several places. They put me on warfarin because I developed blood clots in my legs.
Kia ora! Ko Kiri taku ingoa. I work at our local kohanga reo, and I'm also a busy mum and nanny. Like Mike, I'm on warfarin and have been for 10 years. So I reckon I know just about everything there is to know about it. Lesson number 1. You must take your warfarin at the same time every day. Take your warfarin in the evening, say at 6 o'clock. It's a good idea to keep a pen and calendar near your tablets so you can mark each day as you take your dose. What happens if you miss a dose? Well, you've got up until midnight to take it. If you don't take the missed dose before midnight, then don't take it at all. Just take your daily tablet at the usual time the next day. Never double up on your daily dose because it increases your risk of bleeding. It's very important that you tell your doctor or clinic that you missed a dose when you go for your next blood test. Next important message, keep all your blood test appointments. Having regular blood tests is really important. The tests check the blood's clotting power by measuring the weight for it, the International Normalised Ratio, or INR.
The INR level tells us whether you are on the right dose of warfarin. If you aren't, the doctor will need to change your dose. If you start taking warfarin in hospital, you may have daily blood tests. When you get home, you'll probably go to your lab or GP for blood tests quite often, until your INR level is stable. After that, you may only need your blood tests every 4 to 6 weeks, or whatever your GP or clinic advises. But remember, never miss a blood test appointment.
After my first few blood tests, the doctor sometimes needed to adjust my dose. But now everything's sweet as. I'm a really stable guy now. But hey, another important thing to remember is to check with your pharmacist, doctor or clinic before you take any new medication.
You see, some medications affect the way warfarin works, so you need to check all new medicines such as cough medicines or over-the-counter pills, or even health products like vitamins or herbal remedies and so on, with your pharmacist, your doctor or your clinic before taking them. It's the same with traditional therapies and rongoa. Always check with your doctor or clinic first. Avoid taking health products like garlic tablets, vitamin K, St John's wort, ginkgo and green tea.
Also, unless your doctor prescribes them, avoid drugs such as aspirin, Nurofen and Warfarin because they thin the blood and may increase your risk of bleeding. For headaches, fever or other pain, take paracetamol or Panadol, they're safer. But let your GP or clinic know if you are using them over long periods of time.
And speaking of pain, the dentist. You must always let your dentist, nurse, pharmacist or any other health dude know that you're on warfarin before they start treating you. If they need to put you on antibiotics or any other medication, let your GP or clinic know before you start the new medication.
Avoid large changes in your eating habits. Now we all love our kai, and the good news is we don't need to change our eating habits very much, because large changes interfere with the way warfarin works. Just remember, all food in moderation. I can still have my pork and puha, but just not every day.
But bang go my boozy evenings with the boys down the pub. Because the next message is, keep your alcohol intake low. The hospital told me to limit my alcohol to 1 or 2 beers a day, because alcohol can affect the way warfarin works. Cheers.
Yes, but limiting your alcohol is easier said than done. My solution is to make my glass of beer last longer. But if beer isn't your tipple, then make it 1 glass of wine a day, or a sherry a day, or a shot or 2 of whiskey, because alcohol can affect the way warfarin works. But you don't need to go thirsty. There's always fruit juice and mineral water, or lime and soda, and I really like spiced tomato juice. Last message coming up. Know the signs and symptoms of bleeding.
On warfarin, you may find you bleed more easily and for a bit longer, so try not to knock or cut yourself. Also, this is out. If you do cut yourself, cover the wound with a plaster, and you may need to apply pressure to stop the bleeding. Also, you may develop rashes while on warfarin, so talk to your doctor if you do.
Watch for any unusual bleeding, like blood in your urine or your mimi, or your tutai or your stool. Even a sudden nosebleed should be reported to your doctor. And it's better to be safe than sorry. So take precautions if you think you are at risk. I always wear gardening gloves when I do my garden. Also watch out for bleeding gums, painful joints or swollen sore puku or tamui. Any of these things could mean that your blood is taking too long to clot. You need to contact your doctor immediately.
Well, you've heard it from the experts, and there's more to managing your warfarin in this little red book, available from your GP, clinic or hospital. And just to finish off, let's go over the main points again. Take your warfarin every day at the same time. Keep all your blood test appointments. Check all new medication with your doctor, pharmacist or clinic. Avoid large changes in your eating habits. Keep your alcohol intake low. And know the signs and symptoms of bleeding.
Be positive about starting on warfarin. It will help your condition and enable you to lead a fuller life. You don't have to make big changes to your lifestyle. If you are worried or need more information, call your doctor or nurse. Be strong, be brave, kia kaha, so you can be there for your mokopuna. Kia kite.
Taking Warfarin is a way of managing your condition. You don't need to get too deep and meaningful about it. The main thing you need to remember is to follow your doctor's instructions and turn up for all your appointments. That way you get the right care and the right amount of medication, and you'll be in control of your health. Good luck, and don't let a sheep break your legs.